about beer. Samuel Adams, always a good decision.
Back at Fenway, we've played 5. Red Sox on top, 1-0. I want to remind you to stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox post-game show. Extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts after the last inning. The action's just beginning. Sam Wakefield will be the guest after the ball game tonight. Pedro Martinez against the Devil Rays in 2003. 26 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 20 strikeouts, and 6 walks. Tough to do much better than that. Faces the Devil Rays catcher Toby Hall to begin things here in the top half of the 6th inning.
Because one of his no decisions was against Tampa, game 1 of the season. The walk-off home run by Kyle Crawford of Chad Fox. Of course, Pedro not involved in that decision. Only gave up 1 run in that ball game. It was not earned. It's amazing how fast the season goes by. That you think back to that game. You can remember like it was yesterday.
This season especially has gone very, very fast. There's a strike and the count 3-1. Strike in a full count, so Pedro had fallen behind 3-0, but he's worked it back full. Line towards a gap in right center field, hit pretty well. That's going to get down and roll to the track of the wall. Toby Hall headed for second base. He'll get there standing. Pedro Martinez has given up 2 hits tonight, both to the Tampa Bay catcher Toby Hall.
Yeah, prior to this game, Toby Hall had been 0 for 7 against Pedro, but 2 for 2 tonight. Did it bat, 3-0. Pedro ran the count, then he came back with a couple of strikes, and Toby Hall takes him to right center field for the double.
Jared Sandberg, who did not play in the game last night, in there tonight. And in the start at third base, he struck out swinging his first time up. Once at it, punches it foul back into the seats. At third is Bill Miller, the 0-1. Will miss, and it evens up at 1-1. Sandberg is the nephew of the former Chicago Cubs All-Star second baseman Ryan Sandberg. His 3rd season or parts thereof with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball, and it's 1-2.
Kind of an up and down career, to say the least, for Sandberg. Spent a lot of time in the big leagues, sent back to the minor leagues. And the bulk of this season at the AAA level.
He's not been able to stick for a full season in the major leagues yet. Stays alive here as he fouls it back, 1-2. First year in the big leagues for him, 2001, when he reached Tampa Bay for the first time. He played 39 games in 2001. Then last year, he appeared in the most he has in any major league season, 102 with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. And this is game number 52 of this season. Again, the 1-2. On the ground softly. Miller will cut it off, throws on the run, and off balance in time to get Sandberg A further advance for Toby Hall, who stays at second base with one down. I would like to welcome tonight's visitors to the Dunkin' Dugout. Dunkin' Donuts is proud to host area youth and charity organizations at every Red Sox home game. I'd also like to thank Dunkin' Donuts for providing our broadcast crew with refreshments. Dunkin' Donuts, just the thing. One down, runner at second base, and Pedro misses inside to Carl Crawford.
That's a tough call for the runner at second base, Toby Hall, because when the ball's hit slow like that, most of the time you can take third base. I think he was concerned about Bill Miller cutting across, making the play and tagging him. So he stays at second base. Take another look at that play. A lot of times when it's hit like this softly, you see that runner break for third, but I think he was afraid of running into Bill Miller, who may have been able to tag him out.
Crawford chops this one softly right side. Abad will dive to the bag, and he gets there ahead of the oncoming runner Crawford. With the ball in his glove to tag the bag. On to third goes Toby Hall with two down.
No margin for error when Crawford's going down that line. He's got great speed down the first baseline, and Abad did not even waste flipping it to Pedro. He'll just dive for the first base bag and get it with his glove. Nice play by the Red Sox first baseman. It's kind of pressure, though, that a guy with speed going down the line can put on infielders.
Really, Abad with 10 seasons of minor league experience, about 7 of those spent as an everyday first baseman. A very good defensive first baseman. There's Rocco Baldelli grounding it towards shortstop. Garcia Parra's got it, and Pedro gets out of the jam nicely. Deveray strand a man at third. We played 5.5. Red Sox on top 1-0.
For extra convenience, extra value, and extra service, stop at Extra Mart. When you're on the go, you need a little extra. Fuel up on Extra Mart's Deli Joe sandwiches, Brew Boy coffee, and more. For your car, Extra Mart offers the brands you know at competitive prices.
Pick up irresistibly delicious, extra nutritious Nesquik, now on sale for only 99 cents at Extra Mart. Nesquik, milk made fun.
With over 150 locations throughout New England, be smart. Shop Extra Mart.
Welcome back. I'm here in this 19th century Victorian with new owners Mike and Shannon Boyd.
Hi, Ted.
We just fell in love with its charm.
Yeah, it's charming. Unfortunately, the roof leaks, the foundation is crumbling, and there's significant termite damage. But I do have good news. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. Hey, we need to talk about your electrical. Whoa. Yeah, we're going to want to fix that.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome to the House of Beer. We have 170 kinds of beer from all over the world. The beers are color-coded and separated by country, style, and color. Call me when you're ready.
I'm ready. I'll have a Sam Adams.
Yeah.
You can go around the world and not find a better beer than Samuel Adams. Always a good decision.
Back at Fenway, the Red Sox have the 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll set sail for an unforgettable week with Grady Little, Louis Tiant, and selected Red Sox players. It's the Red Sox Cruise, January 18th through the 25th, 2004, aboard Celebrity Cruise Line Millennium, departing from Fort Lauderdale with stops in Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, St. Thomas, and the Bahamas. More information, call 1-800-421-0650. Thank you very much. Fans up on the third base side in the roof box seats. And Pedro, after that leadoff double, got awfully tough. 3 quick outs.
Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, and Bill Miller to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox still holding on by 1 run on top 1-0. And he is 0 for 2 in the ball game tonight. He has popped out to the shortstop and flied to left. And good news from Texas tonight, where the Texas Rangers have opened up their lead significantly against the Seattle Mariners. They're only in the bottom of the second inning, but Texas on top now, Jerry, 6-0. Lance Nix has hit a 2-run home run there for the Rangers. Hank Blaylock a 3-run shot. And earlier in that game, Alex Rodriguez had hit a solo home run. So the Rangers, who have done it this season with the home run, continue to do so tonight against the Seattle Mariners.
They have jumped back in first place in the American League in home runs. They had 220 coming into the game tonight. The Red Sox were at 219. With that home run by A-Rod, he now has 44 on the season. He can't wait to change that number, it looks like.
2-1 hit high and deep, but foul.
And you just have the feeling now, Don, and you hate to get ahead of yourself with it, but I told you prior to the game, I have the feeling the Red Sox are going to be the wild card team by about 5 games. And the way things are shaping up with Seattle, the way the Red Sox have played,
and that schedule that the Mariners have ahead of them. The Red Sox seem to be right now coming to play very well here at the end of the year, too. It seems like everything's sort of coming together. Derek Lowe pitching the best that he has all season long. Pedro Martinez with an outstanding effort so far tonight through the first 6 innings. A 2-hitter going tonight for Pedro. And a 2-2. Jumps off the bat of Ramirez.
I'll say one thing, Don. Jeremi Gonzalez is not afraid to throw inside. He has basically stayed inside all night long against Manny Ramirez. Got a couple of fly ball outs.
Tampa Bay has both left-handed and right-handed action in the pen. As Jeremi Gonzalez gets up to 110 pitches. High chopper to deep short. Backhanded by Lugo. Throws out Manny Ramirez. 1 down.
Well, this copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
Look at that double-barreled action. Travis Harper, the right-hander. Joe Kennedy, the left-hander.
Boy, that's strange to see Kennedy working out of the bullpen. But that's where he's been.
Here's David Ortiz, 0 for 2. Ortiz struck out swinging in the second inning. Grounded out to first base in the fourth. David Ortiz hits one high and far to right field. Huff going back onto the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. One of those high, majestic fly balls to right, but Ortiz did not get enough to get it out of here.
No, not quite enough. And, you know, he also had the breeze helping him out in that direction. As I mentioned earlier, the breeze tonight left toward the bullpen area. This ball hit very high, and normally if you get quite a bit of it, that breeze will help push it out, but not this time.
Two down for Bill Miller. He's been on base twice tonight, a single in the second inning, and then he walked in the fourth. Jeremi Gonzalez in 5 2/3 innings has walked 3 and struck out 2. This one is popped up foul to our left. Gonzalez up to 117 pitches in the game tonight. And another night in which he has gotten 0 run support. I don't mean not many, I mean 0. Tampa Bay not able to score through the first 6 innings. Bill lifts it foul down the right field line, back and out of play. Mentioned that Tampa Bay scoring 15 total runs in the 9 losses this season that Jeremi Gonzalez has, and if he loses again tonight, it'll be his 10th loss. Amazing.
Well, that's what Lou Piniella was talking about in that soundbite we had earlier. His record should be much better than what it is.
Straightens Miller up, and it's 1-2. Hand sent foul, and Bill Miller continues to battle away. In 1997, when Jeremi Gonzalez was with the Chicago Cubs, he led the staff in wins that year. He won 11 games, was 11-9 in his first season in the major leagues. He was the first pitcher born in Venezuela to ever start a game for the Chicago Cubs. That season when he won 11 games, first time that Cubs rookie had led the team in wins since 1966 when Ken Holtzman did it for Chicago. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 3. 4th strikeout for Jeremi Gonzalez. In order go the Red Sox. Boston on top 1-0.
I try as best I can to stop underage drinking, but I can't do it alone. We bring these kids in and all they get is a slap on the wrist and then they're at it again. We need help from everyone, including parents and judges. Otherwise, we're all part of the problem. And we become just another tool to help them drink.
Since 1975, the enforcement of minimum drinking age laws has saved over 17,000 lives. Say nothing, do nothing, stop nothing.
Hey, I'm a bartender, not a parent. Someone underage wants to drink? What do I care? I'm just trying to make the register ring, okay? If they're not drinking here, they're gonna go somewhere else. Who's it hurting anyhow? Can't they have some fun too?
Ignore underage drinking and you open up a way for them to drink. An average of 42 people under the age of 21 die every week in alcohol-related crashes. Say nothing, do nothing, stop nothing.
Hi, I'm John Scherer, CEO and founder of Video Professor. Well, I'm the one that makes computer learning quick and easy with these CD-ROM lessons from Video Professor. I'm so confident that my product will work for you that I'm going to send you any one of our $60 lessons absolutely free. If you're serious about learning to run the computer once and for all, try my product.
To get your free computer learning CD, you must call now. Call 1-800-680-7980.
On Nesson is brought to you by Dodge, by Samuel Adams Boston Lager, and by Foxwoods Resort Casino.
Nice shot there, Don, looking out from center field out toward the Prudential building.
It's a great shot. Where's that coming from? Center field?
Yes.
That's what. He's told me the truck. No, Don, it's behind home plate. It's a brilliant deduction on my part, and not everybody ready to give it to me. This is like the left center field. Johnny Damon on the run, still going. He'll make no. It'll go by him and off the wall. Damon will run it down back by the 370 mile marker, and Aubrey Huff still running will get to third base. Good running bid there by Johnny Damon, and he cannot come up with it. Well, Johnny's all right out there. Is went hard into that wall.
Yeah, that wall out there, especially the scoreboard area, is not a friend to any outfielder. Once you crash into that wall, it hurts. Right shoulder for Johnny Damon, crashing into the wall. Hat comes off, has to chase the ball down, and Aubrey Huff in the third base with the triple. So the Devil Rays threatening the last couple of innings. They had the leadoff double in the 6th, but couldn't score the run. Red Sox now pull the infield in.
That is the third hit of the night now for the Devil Rays. And here is Travis Lee, infield in all the way around. He's 0 for 2 tonight. They fly to center field in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth. Just a 236 with runners in scoring position. Little pop up. That comes Veritek, discards the mask and makes the catch for out number 1. A big out right there for Pedro Martinez.
Down the first out coming on the cut fastball from Pedro. Gets in on the hands of Travis Lee and gets Lee to pop it up to Veritek.
Second baseman, number 8.
So last inning, Pedro left him in at second base. He's going to have to work hard here to leave him in at third base.
There's Marlon Anderson with 1 out. Aubrey Huff at third. Pop up again. Garcia Parra back a few steps. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Well, leadoff triple by Aubrey Huff, where Pedro's come back to get Lee and Anderson on pop-outs.
Marlon Anderson, as I mentioned last night, with runners in scoring position, the leading hitter in the league at 360. Pops that ball straight up. Garcia Parra makes the play. The frustration from Anderson. 2 quick outs.
Well, Damian rolls, hit by a pitch in the second, grounded out to short in the 5th. Pedro starts off ahead. 372 with runners in scoring position, but only 2 for 19 since August the 13th. Strike 2, and Martinez ahead 0-2.
That's almost like after the other 2 guys swung early in the count, Rose said, I'm not going to do that, but he finds himself now in an 0-2 hole.
Strikes him out. Pedro Martinez has come back. They leave Aubrey Huff at third. Martinez with his 5th strikeout, and a big one here to end the top of the 7th.
These everyday low fares to your favorite vacation destinations start at just $49.
You are now free to move about the country.
There's a state where there's fun around every corner, where all cars are turbocharged, and there's a direct link between the right foot and a smile. Maybe that's why people who test drive a Saab usually buy one. This is the state of independence. Welcome.
Get attractive year-end pricing on a 2003 Saab 9.3 linear sports sedan. Now available for as low as $299 a month.
How good is Papa John's new pepperoni pizza? It's so good, we slice it thick and cover the pie.
Get Papa John's new large pepperoni pizza for just $8.99. It's so good at just $8.99. You gotta try it.
There are ordinary disposable razors, but now there's new Sensor 3 from Gillette. Totally new handle, 3 blades, on springs that adjust to your face. No disposable shaves better. It could be the best disposable you ever threw away. New Gillette Sensor 3.
7th inning stretch, an incredible job there by Pedro Martinez to keep this a 1-0 ball game. We'll close out the season in a great selection of Major League Baseball authentic caps, home and road jerseys, and everything else you need to enjoy the game. Shop RedSox.com for all things baseball.
Well, an extremely nice outing tonight from Jeremi Gonzalez, who is done after 6 innings, giving up only 3 hits, 1 run, He walked 3 and struck out 4. No run support to speak of, and he leaves on the hook. We'll turn things over to Travis Harper.
56 appearances. With this appearance, it'll tie him at Lance Carter for the most out of the bullpen on this Devil Rays team. 4-7 record. Opponents hitting .247 off Travis Harper.
What a job by Pedro Martinez. After giving up that leadoff triple, he ends up getting rid of the Devil Rays on just 7 pitches. Not allowing them to score. Travis Lee fouled out. Marlon Anderson popped out, and then the strikeout of Damian Rolls. And here's Jason Varitek. 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded out to first and has struck out swinging.
This is the 4th time Lance Carter has faced the Red Sox this season. He's worked 8 innings against Boston, giving up 3 earned runs. Excuse me, not Lance Carter, Travis Harper.
1-2 the count to Jason Varitek.
Getting old, Don.
In the dirt that time, and it's 1-2. A very nice outing tonight by Jeremi Gonzalez. He works his way back from some major surgeries that almost cost him his career, but certainly back. And one of only a handful that have really held the Red Sox offense in check to give them only 1 run and 3 hits over 6 innings of work tonight.
Very impressive with his fastball. We mentioned earlier, not afraid to come inside the Red Sox hitters. When he got ahead of them, he'd go upstairs and out of the zone. Got a few guys to chase that fastball.
Varitek grounds this to first. Travis Lee will need help in over his Harper for out number 1. Let's check in with Tom Karen. Tom.
Thank you, Don. Our Citizens Bank, not your typical fan. David Lander, who, of course, many viewers will remember as Squinky at Laverne and Shirley, but people in baseball know as a serious baseball fan. You've been taking in a lot of Red Sox games here this week.
Yes, this is my week in the pennant race in the American League East, and the American League wild card, for that matter.
Well, for a Pirates fan, any pennant race right now is a little fun.
We'll take what we can.
What are your observations here? You've had a chance to see the Red Sox. You and I were talking about the playoff contenders. How do you see this team shaping up?
Well, I mean, I really believe that they will win the. I know, but I mean, I feel like I'm making such a statement. But yeah, I do think the wild card can be theirs. I think they have a better chance than anybody.
It's a long fly ball out to center field. Caught there for the second out. Now you're in town. You were at an event for MS on Sunday, and you've spent a lot of your time now working for that cause and seeing some baseball around it when you can. Yeah,
I do about 30 cities a year, and I always say, well, if you get me into a town, make sure the ball club's there, and I'll get that out of the way. You know, so I go to the ball game usually on a Friday night, and then I do the program on Saturday. So I get everybody's happy. You know.
Because of Isabel, you might get stuck here for another couple extra games.
Yeah, she's a pesky hurricane, isn't she?
If it gets more baseball, that's not bad.
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to go to North Carolina, but they're not having any games now, so there's no reason to go. But I'll go late, I think.
David, thank you.
Thank you.
David Lander with us, and if you have a young kid like me, you know he's also the voice of Henry the Penguin on Oswald the Octopus. Guys?
I do know that. Squiggy in the house. And Kapler standing in. Nice catch out there by Rocco Baldelli.
How about Andy Abad? I mean, he is having a very difficult time getting his first major league hit, and some great plays against him. Baldelli with the latest.
He's done about all he can do, and has come as close as you possibly can to getting his first major league hit. It is eluding him and then some.
He's still looking out towards center field. Can't believe Baldelli made that play.
He has sent 2 to the warning track tonight.
You know, Don, when I came to the big leagues from the minor leagues, the thing that I noticed that really stood out was defense. A lot of those base hits that you got in the minor leagues, when you got to the big leagues, the defense was that much better.
And that gentleman knows a little bit about defense out there in center field.
Of course, when I came to the big leagues, they just started to use gloves.
They still left him on the field, though, right?
No lights, day games, no television.
Dinosaurs in the way sometimes trying to get to the ballpark. 3-2. He's going to miss. Held on to for just half a second by Toby Hall. And Gabe Kapler with a 2-out walk.
Well, we'll see now if Kapler, if he gets a jump at first base. I'm sure he has the green light with 2 outs.
Well, the Red Sox would love to grab some insurance here, just holding on to the 1-0 advantage as they are into the Tampa Bay Devil Rays bullpen. Damon 0 for 3 tonight. And he pops this up right side. Travis Lee, the first baseman, calling. And he'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. We've played 7 from Fenway. Red Sox on top 1-0.
These everyday low fares to your favorite vacation destinations start at just $49.
You are now free to move about the country.
The powerful Nissan Altima. It looks good on the coast. It looks good in the city. It looks good in the country. And with a special lease price of just $219 a month, imagine how good it'll look in your driveway. The stylish Nissan Altima, now $219 a month.
Oof, that's sure a lot of people are going to McDonald's. I wonder what the heck's going on?
Hey, it's manja time at McDonald's. They got mozzarella sticks that melt in your mouth, a chicken breast Parmesan sandwich with lots of marinara sauce and mozzarella, even a premium chicken Caesar salad with shaved Parmesan. Manja at, surprise, McDonald's.
McDonald's. Is that an Italian name?
Stay tuned after every Red Sox game on NESN for extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis on W.B. Mason's Extra Innings. After the last inning, the action's just beginning.
Back at Fenway, a 1-0 Red Sox lead as we go to the top of the 8th. A tremendous performance by Pedro Martinez to get out of the 7th inning. And back out there now for the 8th. He's got 87 pitches on the night as he works into the 8th inning.
Julio Lugo leads it off. Lugo 0 for 2 tonight. He grounded out to shortstop in the 2nd inning and then struck out looking in the 5th. Each of the last 2 innings, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays have had a runner at 3rd base stranded at 3rd base. Toby Hall in the 6th. Aubrey Huff in the 7th. Lugo hits one high and deep but foul down the left field line. And while Pedro has been keeping Tampa off the scoreboard, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays pitchers have been holding the Red Sox to just a run on 3 hits. Away that time, 2-1.
Well, we'll see how Pedro responds here in the 8th inning. I mean, 2 tough innings, the leadoff double, leadoff triple, and not allowing a run to score. Sometimes an inning like the 7th can take an awful lot out of a starting pitcher.
He brought something extra last inning to get out of that inning. It was 3-1. Lugo takes ball 4 and a leadoff walk, just the first walk of the night, given up by Pedro Martinez.
Let's take a look back at the 7th inning, and of course after the leadoff triple by Aubrey Huff, it looked not too good for the Red Sox, but Pedro Martinez gets the pop up here to Travis Lee, a pop up to Marlon Anderson, who leads the league with hitting with runners in scoring position, and then with 2 strikes, a fastball upstairs to Damian Rose to get out of that inning.
.201 opponent's average with runners in scoring position over the course of his illustrious career. Lead man on here. And Toby Hall, who's been a problem tonight for Pedro Martinez. Pedro has surrendered 3 hits, as he did offer at that, apparently.
And Billy Hatcher, the first base coach, not agreeing with that call by Guccione. Curveball from Pedro. There's Toby Hall. Tough to tell from that angle. Now Lugo at first base has got speed. He's got 10 steals on the season. Let's see how Lou plays this with nobody out.
Toby Hall is 2 of the 3 hits Tampa Bay has tonight off Pedro Martinez. Ball grounds it softly down the third base line. Change direction on Miller, but he stays with it. Nicely done. On the pursuit, he had to shift gears there for a moment as it changed direction on the hop on the grass. But he's still able to get Toby Hall at first.
Yeah, not hit hard enough to get the lead runner at second base. And you're right, you'll see clear here how it changes direction on Bill Miller. The kick back toward the throwing hand. And he's able to get the out at first base. That's just as good as a sacrifice bunt. Looks like now a pinch hitter, Al Martin, coming to the plate to hit the Sandberg.
Al Martin got a start here last night for Tampa Bay.
I was looking through the numbers earlier. I think Martin has pretty decent numbers against Pedro Martinez. I'm going to take a double check.
Overall this season, a .243, 3 home runs and 23 runs batted in. Seeing the bulk of his starting action earlier this season.
.279 for Al Martin, 12 for 43 against Pedro.
Number 9, Al Martin.
Pedro Martinez with 94 pitches tonight as he works with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Al Martin, who's seen limited time lately since August 29th, 3 for his last 25 at just 120. As he pinch hits here in the 8th. In the dirt, Veritek lunging to his right. Al Martin drilled a pinch hit 2-run triple in the 9th inning, August 4th, of Kansas City's wild closer McDougal in a tie game 2-2. Has 8 RBIs as a pinch hitter. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Fastball count. Martin gets the changeup from Pedro.
Leo Lugo with good speed and scoring position at second base with 1 out here in the 8th. Missing inside that time, 2-1. Pedro tonight looking for his 13th win of the year.
Cut fastball from Pedro inside, but apparently too far inside.
Well, Pedro Martinez with a great deal of pride. That's one thing you certainly can say about him. And when he looks at his record this season, even with the great ERA, you know he'd like to have a lot more wins than he currently has. And tonight, in search of his 13th of the year. This will bring Veritek out to talk with him.
Veritek does this a lot with a man on second base, 2 strikes on the hitter. They'll go over the sign, and many times they'll go back behind home plate and not even put down a sign.
To the count to Al Martin. Lined into right field, a base hit. Here comes Julio Lugo to tie the game at 1. So the pinch hitter Al Martin with a pinch hit RBI single that has tied the game at 1.
Now if you watch Veritek, you're going to see him get out of his crouch. It looked like they wanted the high fastball. Instead, Pedro gets it right out over the plate. See Veritek sitting up in that crouch. He wanted a high fastball That ball stayed down, and Martin, who's had good success against Pedro, gets the base hit to tie it up. So you just don't know, Don, how much the last inning took out of Pedro.
And we go back up to the top of the order for Carl Crawford, 0 for 3 in the game tonight. And he laces this one foul. What was pitch number 100 of the night for Pedro Martinez. Nobody up in the Boston bullpen. .68 strikes for Pedro tonight of the 100 pitches that he has thrown. Throw to first, very close. Al Martin just able to get back.
One thing that gives Pedro a decent move to first base, the fact that he has very quick feet.
Up and away, and it evens up at 1-1. Al Martin with a very short lead over there at first base. There's Pedro with a long pause and the 1-1. Slap foul down the third baseline. 1-2. Well, the Red Sox enjoyed the 1-0 lead through the first 7 innings, but the Tampa Bay Devil Rays have come back with a single run. We're in the top of the 8th to tie the score at 1-1. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Carl Crawford. Strikeout number 6 for Pedro Martinez.
Well, stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox post-game show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis. Bob Rogers and Bob Tewksbury in tonight after the last inning. The action is just beginning.
And Tim Wakefield is tired now, but he'll be ready to go for the W.B. Mason's Extra Innings show. 2 down for Rocco Baldelli. Swinging, lifting it to shallow right. Long run for Kapler, but he's going to get there for the final out of the inning. Red Sox have the right people coming up. Garcia, Parra, Walker, and Ramirez now tied at 1.
September is your last chance. Time for one last cookout, one last road trip, and in September, one last chance to grab a great selection of 2003 Dodges in stock with our best deals, like cash allowances of up to $4,500 or 0% APR financing for 60 months on select models. Plus, get Dodge's fully transferable 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Great products, great protection, great deals. See your local Dodge dealer for the best values in America.
Oof, well, that's sure a lot of people are going to McDonald's. I wonder what the heck's going on?
Hey, it's manja time at McDonald's. They got mozzarella sticks that melt in your mouth, a chicken breast Parmesan sandwich with lots of marinara sauce and mozzarella, even a premium chicken Caesar salad with shaved Parmesan. Manja at, surprise, McDonald's.
McDonald's. Is that an Italian name?
After a few years, the little lady might not be as little as she'd like. If a man knows what's good for him, he'll sympathize with her dietary struggles. Show her you're willing to climb down into that foxhole with her. Tell her straight up, for the next 12 ounces, I'll be counting calories with you. That's sensitivity. That's the light way to live. The high life.
You hear that?
I hear it. Over there. Back. Go that way. No, right. Right there.
Corolla. It's not the destination. It's the drive.
She came from over there.
Don Orsillo and Jeremi back at Fenway. On to the last of the 8th, tied at 1. Nomar Garciaparra leads it off and lines it down the left field line, in for a hit. This will go to the wall. Nomar thinking too. The throw from left, and Al Martin is not in time. Leadoff double for Nomar Garciaparra.
Down the left field line, and one critical thing happens. The ball is going to hit the padding on the left field wall. That's going to deaden the baseball, and that might be the difference at second. If it hits below that padding on the cement, they get back to Martin a little bit quicker, and they may have a shot at Nomar. Garciaparra 1 for 2 tonight with the leadoff double here in the 8th inning. Tell you what, Don, if that ball hits the bottom of that padding where the cement is, that really gets back to Martin in a hurry, and Nomar may have been out at second base.
He stands at second to begin the inning. Here's Todd Walker. On the ground, right side. Anderson's got it. The throw to first, but Walker gets the job done. To third goes Garciaparra.
Excellent job by Todd Walker, just trying to pull the ball to the right side to advance Nomar Garciaparra. That's all that swing was designed to do. I don't think they're going to pitch to Manny here. I'd be surprised.
The conference now, Toby Hall out to talk to Travis Harper.
They've got left-handed action in the bullpen. I would think, and I'm just speculating, they may walk Manny. And with Ortiz up next, they may bring in the left-hander. That's Joe Kennedy again.
And Toby Hall standing up, and they will indeed intentionally walk Manny Ramirez. Going to bring some ringing boos from the 33,618 on hand tonight. David Ortiz will be next. This is the 26th time this season that Manny Ramirez has been intentionally walked. His way down to first base.
And out comes Lou, and I'm sure he's going to make the move to the lefty.
Lou is coming backwards towards the mound. Probably telling somebody to get somebody else up in the bullpen as well as he heads to the mound. Wants to get somebody else beyond the pitcher that he's about to bring in. As he heads to the mound to get Travis Harper, he'll make the move to the left-hander. The Red Sox here in the bottom of the 8th inning have runners at the corners. The go-ahead run just 90 feet away. Will step away with the score tied at 1.
I've made a lot of news on the baseball diamond, but if you want to find out about this diamond, you've got to go talk to your doctor.
Ready to try Viagra for the first time? See your doctor and find out if a free sample's right for you.
My doctor says it's right for me. That's why I stay with it. For more information, go to Viagra.com.
Hey! That thing got a Hemi, right? Yeah! Well, now I got a Hemi, too! But I got something you don't got. Check this out.
Dodge Ram 1500. The Hemi legend continues. Grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty, plus 0% financing or $2,500 cash allowance. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota don't match this.
Back at Fenway Park, where we're tied at 1 here in the last half of the 8th inning. Let's take a look at the game summary in this one so far. Pedro Martinez has pitched a gem here tonight. 8 innings, giving up 1 run on 4 hits. He's walked 1 and struck out 6. Jeremi Gonzalez, very good tonight. The Tampa Bay starter, 6 innings, 1 run. Todd Walker with an RBI single. Al Mart with a pinch hit RBI single that tied the game at 1. Nomar Garciaparra 1 for 2 with a double. He has led off this inning with a double. He now stands at 3rd.
We've got all kind of changes going on for Lou Piniella. Not only has he made a pitching change, but he's making defensive changes. He's putting Damian Rolls back out in left field. He started the inning at 3rd base. He's going to return to left field, and they're bringing in a new 3rd baseman. He's trying to improve his defense here with the man at 3rd base.
This Terry Shumpert will take over at 3rd base, a veteran. And the new pitcher is left-handed pitcher Joe Kennedy.
Season's been kind of a disaster for Kennedy. You see the 3-12 record. He's been a starter most of the season, 22 starts, making his 5th appearance out of the bullpen. Ortiz against lefties, 223 this season with a couple of home runs.
So Damian Rolls in left, Terry Shumpert at 3rd. The new pitcher is Joe Kennedy. The Red Sox have runners at the corners with 1 out. Garciaparra just 90 feet away. Ball 1 to David Ortiz.
Ortiz wants to get the ball in the air, keep the ball off the ground, stay away from the inning-ending double play. Try to make Kennedy get a pitch up in the zone.
Low and away, and again he almost threw that one away. This play by Toby Hall to his left. The runner is on. The responsibility of Travis Harper.
Added pressure on everybody when there's a man on 3rd base. Toby Hall with the fine play.
Ortiz thought about it. Did he go? They'll check no, says Larry bent over. And David Ortiz ahead of the count, 3-0. Take strike 1, taking all the way.
He throws that same pitch here, 3-1. This game won't be tied much longer.
Ortiz 5 for 9 following a Manny Ramirez intentional walk. The 3-1. Ortiz swings and misses.
Over anxious there. That ball looked like it was probably ball 4. Not the same pitch as 3-0. That ball down actually below the knees.
Garciaparra at 3rd, Ramirez at 1st, 1 down. The 3-2. Ortiz grounds it foul. Again, the payoff pitch. Ortiz sends it into right field for a base hit. Garciaparra comes from 3rd. The Red Sox lead it 2-1. On to 3rd goes Ramirez. David Ortiz gets it done again tonight.
David Ortiz had the count in his favor the whole way. Chased a bad pitch on the 3-1, but gets the fastball right down the middle on 3-2, and quickly by Travis Lee for the base hit and the go-ahead RBI. All the difference in the world when the hitter can get ahead in the count Lefty against lefty.
We'll have a pinch runner for Manny Ramirez at third base. Looks like Adrian Brown has come into the game to run for Manny Ramirez at third base, which would represent an insurance run for the Red Sox, who now lead it 2-1.
May not be a bad time to squeeze, Don.
Surely got the speed in Adrian Brown, and the guy that could get it down here, and Bill Miller at the plate. David Ortiz is now 6 for 10 with 9 RBIs after an intentional walk of Manny Ramirez. Bill Miller batting from the right side for the first time tonight. Miller from the right side has hit at 303 this season, from the left side at 345. And at 336 with runners in scoring position. Down and in to even the count at 1-1. Still just 1 out of the inning as the Red Sox look to have obtained some insurance here. They'll throw to first, and Ortiz back to the bag. Sends it to right. Aubrey Huff going back. He will make the catch. Should be plenty deep enough. Here comes Brown to the plate with the Red Sox insurance. They lead it 3-1.
Well, we've talked about it all season long, Don, and the Red Sox have done it offensively all season long. All the little things. You know, we saw Walker in this inning after the leadoff double, able to move Garcia Parra to third. We saw Ortiz run the count deep, pick up the base hit. And now we see Miller getting a pitch that he can lift in the air. Opposite field, certainly well deep enough to get the run home. I mean, a lot of terrific situational hitting going on, not only in this game, but just about all season long.
And a good bit of it from that gentleman right there that we just saw, Bill Miller. 2 down. Here's Jason Varitek with a big cut, sending it foul. Runs are charged to Travis Harper, who ended up going an inning and a third, giving up a hit and 2 runs. Walked 2, 1 intentionally, did not strike anybody out. He is now on the hook for this one with the Red Sox on top 3-1. Varitek with another big swing, down 0-2. Jason 0 for 3 tonight, 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Popped up, shallow right. Aubrey Huff with a long run moves over to make the catch in fair ground for the final out of the inning. But the Red Sox get 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. They lead it 3-1.
Okay, folks, let's get this party started. Call Seattle. Get McGregor on the phone.
Calling him now.
Morning. Good morning.
This is Scott McGregor. I'll be out of the office all day. Please leave a message.
That's not like McGregor.
McGregor's not there?
Great.
Excuse me, there's a Mr. McGregor here to see you.
Southwest Airlines last-minute fares. If you're paying more than $149 nonstop to Orlando or Tampa Bay, you're paying too much.
You are now free to move about the country.
Samuel Adams, always a good decision.
feast for your eyes, your soul, and your right foot. Presenting the 245 horsepower V6 Nissan Altima.
Boston Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by New England Ford dealers, and by the Bone and Joint Center at Caritas St. Elizabeth's, where you don't have to be an all-star to be treated like one. We head to the top half of the ninth inning. The Red Sox with some defensive changes. Adrian Brown takes over in left field after running for Manny Ramirez. And Damian Jackson at second base for defensive purposes. Aubrey Huff leads it off here in the top of the ninth inning with Pedro Martinez back on the mound with 104 pitches tonight. The 0-1 is grounded softly by the mound. Damian Jackson just into the game takes care of out number one.
Well, now it's time for the Sam Adams good decision of the game. The good decision to have Todd Walker hit third tonight. Had a base hit to drive in a run back in the third inning, and then in the eighth inning, after Nomar doubled, moved the runner along the third, who eventually came around to score. Sam Adams, when you're ready for a tasty brew, always a good decision.
Here's Travis Lee, who is 0 for 3 tonight. He's flied to center, struck out, and fouled out. Pedro Martinez vying for his third complete game of the season and his 13th victory of the year, coming in at 12-4. On the ground to first. Top hop. Abad stays with it. Runs to the bag. Out number 2 in the top of the ninth.
Yeah, that's a good play by Abad. That ball took a bad hop on him.
This will bring 33,618 to their feet with 2 down in the ninth. Marlon Anderson taking strike one. Anderson 0 for 3 tonight. Seattle down tonight 8-0 to the Texas Rangers. Strike 2, 0-2. If Seattle were to lose, Red Sox were to win, it would give Boston a 2.5 game lead in the wild card race.
3 in the loss column.
The 0-2 pitch. He gets a piece to stay alive. Anderson just getting a piece. Red Sox trying to secure their 88th win of the year. Line down the right field line, foul. Pedro Martinez with 6 strikeouts tonight. He has walked 1. It has been a 4-hit performance for Pedro Martinez. Tampa Bay with just 1 run. And that came in the 8th. The 0-2 pitch. Lined into right field for a base hit. Kapler coming on to play it. A 2-out single for Marlon Anderson.
Anderson frustrated after leaving the man at third base back in the 7th inning. Keeps the game alive with the base hit on the curveball from Pedro.
Well, the pinch hitter Pete LaForest. A pinch hit for Damian Roll's spot. 125, no homers, 5 runs batted in. In just his 10th game with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. throw at 115 pitches. The Red Sox with Yun Kim up in the pen if necessary. But there are 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Runner at first goes, and LaForest fouls it off. Numbers for LaForest this year in the Tampa Bay system: 264, 17 homers, and 53 ribbies. A 1-1. On the runner off, and he will get to second base. Defensive indifference as Marlon Anderson moves up to second base. Second into right field, up over the glove of Damian Jackson. Around comes Marlon Anderson. He'll score, and it's a 1-run game. Tampa Bay back within 1. It's now 3-2. An RBI pinch hit single for Pete LaForest.
Well, you've got to give him credit. Coming up from the minor leagues against Pedro Martinez, picks up a base hit to drive in a run and make it a 1-run ball game.
Here comes Grady, and Pedro does not look all that pleased to see him.
Well, I think this is just a check. How do you feel? What's left in the tank? I don't think he has any indications of taking him out of the ball game.
They will leave him in. So you're going to have a pinch runner at first base.
It's like Antonio Perez over at first base.
Shortstop, number 23, Julio Lugo.
So Perez runs at first. He now represents the tying run, but there are 2 outs. Here's Julio Lugo. 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. He scored Tampa Bay's first run in the 8th inning. Pedro has thrown 118 pitches tonight, and he starts off ahead. In the air, foul off the right side, and it's 0-2 to Julio Lugo. The 0-2 pitch. Runner at first goes. The pitch is high. Throw down's going to be close, but it's in and out of the glove. And at second base with a theft, and a big one, is Antonio Perez, who's now in scoring position with 2 down.
Sure is, and that throw was on target, but it collides with between the glove and the body of Perez. Huge gamble taken there, but it could be a big one. Looks like it hit him right in the ribs.
Well, the 1-2. Popped up. This should do it. Right side, Damian Jackson kept underneath. And the Red Sox win it. Pedro Martinez, his 13th victory of the year in fine fashion tonight. And a big win for the Red Sox. Third complete game of the season for Pedro, his 41st in his career. And tonight he gives up 6 hits to Tampa Bay and 2 runs to grab his 13th win of the season.
Well, the Foxwoods chance play of the game, the base hit by David Ortiz off left-handed Joe Kennedy to give the Red Sox a lead at that time. Later on, Bill Miller added a sacrifice fly, which was huge. The Foxwoods chance play of the game.
Well, in 2 hours and 34 minutes in front of 33,618, the Red Sox with the victory here tonight as they grab their 88th win of the year. They're 88-62 at the end of 150 games. And quite a game here tonight. Red Sox going ahead in the last half of the 8th inning and holding on to win 3-2. Pedro Martinez, the winner, 13-4. The loss to Travis Harper, who falls to 4-8. Once again, the final: Boston 3, Tampa Bay 2. Coming up next, WB Mason's Extra Innings with Bob Rogers and Bob Tewksbury.